Good day, students. I'm Dr. V. Parvathi Meena, Associate Professor of English, Sita Lakshmi Ramaswamy College. In this video, we look into the rules of pronunciation and commonly used words that are mispronounced. We are going to look into the most important 10 rules of pronunciation. Rule number 1. Short words have short vowel sounds. When a word is short, so is its vowel sound. Even if this may not be generalized, in most cases this rule holds good. Example, words like cat and bit are short and they have a very short vowel sound. Long words like sophisticated, psychiatry feature long vowel sounds. Rule number 2. Two consecutive vowels produce a long vowel sound. When two vowels are placed next to each other, they usually create a long vowel sound. For example, words like feet, rain, etc. produce long vowel sounds since two vowel letters are placed next to each other. Let us look into rule number 3. Double consonants shorten the vowel before them. When two consonants, mostly same consonants, follow a vowel sound, they tend to shorten the length of the vowel sound. For example, let us compare the words later and latter. Later and latter. When in the word later, later, the vowel sound is a bit longer. In the word latter, the vowel sound is a bit shorter. Now here is rule number 4. Double consonants are pronounced as a single letter. When two consonants are placed next to each other in a word, it is pronounced as a single sound. In some languages, the double letters require a different pronunciation, but in English, it is a single sound. For example, words like committee and embarrass, which has double consonants, need not be elongated. Here is rule number 5. The final E is silent. When E is the final sound of the word, it is often silent. Example, cake, hope, apple, etc. The final E will have an impact on the way the rest of the word is pronounced. Example, let us compare the words M-A-D mad and M-A-D-E made. M-A-D is pronounced as mad and M-A-D-E is pronounced as made. And this is the impact the final E has on the words. As there is a final E in the word, M-A-D-E is pronounced differently from that of the word M-A-D. This rule should not be applied or confused with words borrowed from other languages. For example, words like recipe, apostrophe, catastrophe, acne, epitome, sesame, cliché, fiancé, and resume are words borrowed from other languages or otherwise called loan words, and these words often feature a final E, and which is pronounced. Rule number 6. C is pronounced as S when preceding I, E, or Y. In words like city, scent, etc., C takes on an S sound before the letters I, E, or Y. This can be better understood when compared with words like C-A-R-E care, C-O-P-P-E-R copper, or C-R-E-A-T-I-V-E creative, which generally has a k sound. This rule also applies when the letter C is featured in the middle of a word. For example, incentive. Rule number 7. The suffix tion produces a sh sound and the suffix sion produces a z sound. In words like station and celebration, celebration, the suffix tion is pronounced with a sh sound. In contrast, the words like revision, revision, and conclusion, conclusion, the suffix sion produces a j sound. Rule number 8, silent G, K and P. This is a rule pertaining to words starting with letters G, K and P. When these letters are followed by the letter N in a word, it can be treated like the words just starting with an N, which means the first letters can be ignored. Example, G-N-O-M-E is pronounced as gnome, K-N-I-G-H-T pronounced as night, or P-N-E-U-M-O-N-I-A is pronounced as pneumonia. The sounds of letters G, K and P in the words gnome, night and pneumonia respectively are silent. Rule number 9. Yes between vowels is pronounced as Z. When the letter S is situated between two vowels, the sound of the letter S is usually Z. Example, in words like R-O-S-E and L-A-S-E-R, the S in the given words are pronounced as Z, like rose and laser respectively. It is not rose or laser, but rose and laser. Rule number 10. This rule may be familiar to us all. Silent P before S. If a P comes before an S at the beginning of the word, then it is not pronounced and simply ignored. For example, we have the most famous words psychology, psychiatry, etc., where the initial P sound is ignored and is pronounced as the word starting with a S. Now let us look into words that are often mispronounced. The word N-I-C-H-E is not niche but niche. This word, the second word, P-R-E-G-U-D-I-C-E, is not prejudice but prejudice. E-N-T-R-E-P-R-E-N-E-U-R is not entrepreneur but it's entrepreneur. L-I-B-R-A-R-Y is not library but it's library. Government is not government but government. February is not February but February. Synonym is not synonym but synonym. Genre is pronounced not as genre but genre. Vegetable, the word that we have been pronouncing from childhood, is not vegetable but vegetable. Restaurant is not restaurant but is restaurant or restaurant. Interesting is not interesting but interesting. Jewellery is not jewelry but jewelry. Wednesday, which is often mispronounced as Wednesday, is Wednesday. Refrigerator is not refrigerator but refrigerator. Envelope, which is often mispronounced as envelope, is envelope. Micellaneous is not miscellaneous but miscellaneous. Dialogue is not dialogue but it is dialogue. Pronunciation is not pronunciation as we often mispronounce it. It is pronunciation. Vocabulary is not pronounced as vocabulary but it is vocabulary. With this, we come to the end of the video. Meet you all again with another interesting video with an interesting topic. Thank you.